Hi, I'm Sheila Long O'Mara with Furniture Today. Welcome to this edition of Bedding Insights. I'm excited to introduce you to Dr. Kimberly Lemke. She is one of our speakers coming to the upcoming bedding conference in Orlando, Florida, and I'm so excited about her topic. It's all about sleep, which I know we all are concerned about and trying to figure out how to weave it into conversations. So let me welcome her. Hi, Kim.
Hi, Sheila. How are you?
I am so great. I hope you are. Thank you for joining me. And I'm thrilled that you're going to be at our bedding conference. So tell our audience a little bit about you before we start talking about the conference.
Sure. And Sheila, thank you for having me on. And I look forward to meeting everybody and talking about my favorite topic, which is sleep. I'm a clinical psychologist. I'm a sleep science coach. I have an organization called Drift. I'm the CEO and founder of Drift Sleep and Wellness Institute. And what we do is we really help people understand that sleep is a daytime issue. And so we talk about the fact that if we're not thinking about sleep until it is 7 or 8 p.m., then we lose out on the sleep game. That we have to be playing, if you will, those first 3 quarters to really be able to sleep. And if we do that, and if we educate people on that, and if we do it in a relatable and authentic way to help people understand how to sleep better, then it helps them be better humans, which again, I like seeing as a psychologist, and it helps lead to better sales and better referrals and those sort of things. So I am so excited to bring it to your audience.
We can't wait. So when you take the stage, give us a little sneak peek about how retail sales associates and retail store owners and even our mattress manufacturing and supplier friends can weave this into their conversations with customers, with their teammates, with their employees, so that we elevate sleep for everybody.
So 2 out of 3 people are sleep deprived, right? So it doesn't matter if it's within your own company or organization. It doesn't matter if it's the people that are coming into your store, or if it's the people that are buying from you, or if it's the people you're selling to from sort of a B2B. 2 out of 3 people, period, are sleep deprived. So 50 to 70 million people have sleep issues, right? So what we have to do is we have to understand it, because the better we understand it, the better we can help, whether it's how we engage with somebody who comes into our store, how we engage in a phone call with somebody. And even when people come in and ask about sleep products, we have to be able to have a conversation with them that integrates in how to help them sleep better. And to be honest, everybody has heard okay, let's try some, lavender at night, and, turn off your phones at night and don't drink. And those are all important, right? And that's again, that 4th quarter, but really helping people and customers and even yourself, because you'll perform better, right? So we lose 7.2 hours a week of productivity per person when you sleep poorly. So just think about yourself, right? Think about the people who work with you. That's 7.2 hours of productivity lost. So all the things that we talk about are really going to help you understand not only how to position sleep to people where they go, oh, like, never heard of that, but then they can take it and actively apply it in their life. And I think so much now, sleep wise, we bore people with, sleep chemicals and what we have to do. And at the end of the day, it's really simple. And we just have to figure out how to help people understand that it's a daytime issue. And if they get it and they understand how to fill what we call a sleep balloon, then it naturally fills in their day. And then they go to their friends and to their family and they say, hey, did you open your sunroof today, for example? And they go, why are you asking me? And you say, well, do you know just by doing that, it'll help you sleep better? And then people have curiosity, right? People go, what? I've never heard that about sleep, right? And so now you've become an expert on sleep, regardless of what you're doing, whether you're selling, whether you're manufacturing, whatever it is. And that's what we want to do. We want to have authentic conversations that are easily interwoven. The people who sell at this point, the last thing they want is another thing that they have to sell. So we're not doing anything other than adding in what they're already talking about in just an easy way to understand.
Oh, that's kind of cool. And it's a part of a conversation. It's not a checklist that you work your way down on the sales floor or even personally for yourself as you're going through your day. Something that you just said, that so many people are sleep deprived, we're all walking around a little bit like zombies.
Yes. And we're crabbier and we're more irritable and we're more stressed. And so, the other thing that we talk about too is, right, not only, again, that sleep balloon idea, which is basically at the end of the day, we have to stimulate our senses to expand this balloon. That's what we use at night to help us sleep at night, right? And we're going to get into that and the sort of magic of that sleep balloon, which is, I love it. And I love, the conversations that happen after and the conversations at tables and within sort of retreats and things like that, where people talk about it. So we're going to talk about that. And then we're also going to talk about how to shut your brain off at night, because the reality is so many of us, especially sort of with current climate and situations and just in general, right? Just, financial, emotional stressors, all of that, right? It's hard to shut our brain off at night, and that really affects sleep. And so granted, you're not going to have a conversation with somebody where it's really in depth, where you're asking them, tell me about your problems, right? That's I would do that, right? Like that's not necessarily what's going to happen there, but it's really sort of understanding, even for yourself, you will sell better, you will communicate better, right? You will make less errors if you understand how to shut your brain off at night. And so it's really understanding, if I learn these strategies and I can help educate people on these strategies, then I sleep better, they sleep better, leads to better sales, and leads to just better people.
Oh, that's exciting. So we will see you in Orlando, May 13th through 15th, and you'll be there with us for the whole conference. So you'll be able to network with people and engage with people as well.
Yes. Yes. And I love, that's my favorite part. And you and I have been lucky to have conversations together. And that's my favorite part. And I'm so blessed to have been a part of the community and the bedding community for several years now, and met many people. And so, it's a great group of people. And I adore being able to have sort of that one-on-one contact where somebody says, hey, I have a question about this, or I get questions a lot about, like, just in general, right? Like, my partner falls asleep faster than I do and drives me nuts. What do I do about that? Or, those sort of conversations, or like, hey, how would you help our salesman understand this? Or, like any of those sort of things. So even some people tell me their dreams and I'm like, I don't know that we should be doing that, but I listen, and if I understand it, I'll give some insight. So that's what I love, is just that connecting, and it gives them a chance to ask any questions that they have, either for themselves or for their companies.
I'm so excited, and I can't wait to be in the audience, and I'll be taking notes fast and furiously, and I'm sure that our audience will be as well. I appreciate you taking the time. I know your schedule's quite busy with patients and other things that you have going on, so thank you.
You are very welcome. Thank you for having me on, and I cannot wait to meet everybody.
Great. Thank you. Again, I'm Sheila Long O'Mara with Furniture Today. Thanks for tuning in, and come join Dr. Lemke and myself in Orlando, May 13th through 15th. To register, go to beddingconference.com. Thanks so much.